Hi friends, and welcome back to Story Station. I'm so glad you can join me today. Here's a sneak peek at what we're looking at. It looks really exciting. But before we get started, we do a few special things to get ready. First, we get our bodies ready to take in our new book, and then we sing our special song. All right, friends. We want to make sure that we can see the illustrations in the book, so let's put on our looking eyes. Make 2 circles in front of you just like this. Put them up to your eyes. Make sure they're focused. Very good. And now we want to make sure we can hear the story, so let's put on our listening ears. Make 2 C's in front of us just like that. Put them up to our ears. Make sure they're locked in place. Very good. And now let's turn up our singing and reading voice. Ready? Make a pinch in front of you. Put it up to your voice box and turn the volume all the way up. Great. And now we can sing our special song. Do you remember the parts of the book song? Awesome job. It starts with the titles on the front. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The titles on the front. The titles on the front. Hi-ho-a-biblio, the titles on the front. Oh, wow. What do we have here? We have some words, because the author writes the words. The author writes the words, the author writes the words. Hi-ho-a-biblio, the author writes the words. And the illustrator draws. The illustrator draws, the illustrator draws. Hi-ho-a-biblio, the illustrator draws. Thanks. Oh, and the spine binds the book. The spine binds the book. The spine binds the book. Hi-ho-a-biblio, the spine binds the book. And now what time is it? And now it's time to read. And now it's time to read. Oh, now it's time to read. Hi-ho-a-biblio, now it's time to read. Great singing voices, everyone. Now, with our looking eyes, let's zoom in to the cover of the book. What do you notice on the cover of this one? Yeah, we have our character here, but I'm not sure what he is. He has a ruler. There's a really neat picture here in front. Maybe the title will give us a clue. It says, the title is Roberto, the Insect Architect. I wonder what an architect is. I think we're going to find out in our story. And our author today is Laden. I'm so excited about this one. Oh, and special thanks to our friends at Chronicle Books for giving us permission to read the story aloud. All right, here we go. Ooh. Even when Roberto was little, he went against the grain. Like most termites, he melted over maple and pined for pine. Oak was okay too. But Roberto didn't eat his food. He played with it. "You're wasting a good meal," his mother said. "Don't you know there are termites starving in Antarctica?" But Roberto didn't answer. He was busy daydreaming about becoming a famous architect. Oh, here's Roberto, and he's a termite. And usually termites eat wood. There's a hint here where it says wood chips. Kind of like our chips, but it's made out of wood. And look at what he created instead of eating the wood. So an architect must be someone who designs buildings and builds buildings. Oh, and here he's dreaming. It says, Roberto builds first house on moon. What a great dream to have. Oh, here's some other termites, and look at them. They're eating away the houses and buildings. It says, who ever heard of a termite who wanted to be an architect? The other termite snickered. Roberto, you should be a chef. But Roberto didn't want to cook. He wanted to build. Hungry to start a new life, Roberto realized he had to leave. Oh, wow. I wonder where he's gonna go. There's a lot of buildings here. It says, so Roberto packed his bags and took the train to Bug Central Station. In this busy, buzzing hive of the big city, the city was a place where you could build your dreams. It was a place where you would be accepted. It was a place where the other termites wouldn't bug you. Roberto beamed hope like a lit-up skyscraper. Oh, here he is in the big city. Gosh, it looks so busy there. Look at him with all of his bags. But hope didn't come cheap. In the big city, neither did a place to live. Roberto had no choice but to rent a room in a flea bag hotel run by a nervous tick. He shared the room with a family of bedbugs. Oh gosh, I would not want to share a room with bedbugs. Roberto introduced himself. Then he built the bedbugs their very own beds. Wow. It seems pretty cramped, huh? Look at all of them in there. After a good night's sleep, Roberto began to look for work as an architect, but things didn't go very well. Show me what you've done, said the architect, Hank Floyd Might. There he is right there, Hank Floyd Might. There are no termites in my houses, stated Fleas Vanderoe. I'm busy, Antonia Gotti blurted out. Don't bug me. Poor Roberto. He looks so sad. So he wasn't having a lot of luck finding a job. As Roberto crawled home, feeling like a pest, he was sideswiped by a fly. Watch where you're going, he mumbled. The fly started to cry. But I don't have any place to go, she lamented. Roberto wanted to comfort her, but he was nearly nailed by a carpenter ant trying to fix a rickety shed. Then, out of nowhere, Roberto was almost run over by a stampede of roaches being chased out of a diner. And suddenly, a frantic ladybug flew into his arms. My house is on fire, and my children are gone, the ladybug cried. Wow. There's a lot of problems. Roberto could see that he wasn't the only bug with problems. In fact, his problems didn't seem so big after all. Roberto wished he could do something for the others, but what could one termite do? A lot of damage, Fleas Vanderoe had told him. I'll show old Flea what this termite can do. I'll show them all, said Roberto. I love how determined he is. Back at the hotel, Roberto came up with a plan. First, he drew up some blueprints. Oh, here's the blueprint. It's like a plan of what he's going to do. First, he drew up some blueprints. He sketched houses and streets. He sketched stores and playgrounds. By the time he was finished, he had sketched an entire neighborhood. Now I just need to find a good location, he declared. Look at his bedbug friends watching him. Roberto searched all over the city for the perfect site. He finally found an abandoned, run-down block of crumbling buildings. It was a total mess. There were piles of old wood and garbage everywhere. It was just what he was looking for. Oh, wow. Look at this pile of junk. How is he going to fix that? How's he going to clean that up and make a neighborhood? Let's see. Roberto hammered and nailed. He sawed and sanded. He worked day and night. Like a magician, he transformed the block of junk into a street of extraordinary homes. Each one was a work of art. But Roberto didn't sign his artwork. Instead, he anonymously sent the keys to the new owners. Then he rolled up his plans and went home. So he didn't put his name on it. It was anonymous. He just gave the keys to the people who needed them, to the insects who needed them. Some very surprised bugs went home too. Tutor, the fly with no place to go, buzzed with delight. "I am a housefly again," she declared. Then Grant, the carpenter ant, arrived. He dropped his tool belt on the porch. "Now I can have a real workshop," he beamed. The roaches were the next ones on the scene. "You won't find us sleeping in salads anymore," they rejoiced. Finally, Dottie, the ladybug, and her children moved into their new lair. "It's perfect," she sighed. "It's fireproof." Take a look at those houses. Pretty neat. Quickly, word spread. Soon, everyone wanted to know who built these amazing abodes. Rumors were flying. Antennae were buzzing. Barbara Waterbugs wanted an exclusive interview. There's Barbara Waterbugs. Robin Leach, this guy, promised to make the builder rich and famous. Look at all of his money there, that Leach, Robin Leach. Stephen Shieldbug wanted the movie rights. He must be a famous director in their world too. Diane Spider searched the World Wide Web for the scoop. There she is doing some research. And the Insect Inquirer offered an award to the first bug who brought the builder to light. There's that newspaper. All day long, bounty hunting butterflies took wing. Paper wasps swarmed the streets. Bold weevils crawled out of the woodwork. But late at night, a click beetle got the shot. Our click beetle figured out who our anonymous person was, or anonymous insect. The next morning, headlines screamed the news. Insect Inquirer, termite chips new homes out of the old blocks. "It's Roberto," Tutor hammered. "It's our hero." How exciting. It sounds like Roberto just wanted to do something nice for everyone. He didn't need his name on it, huh? Overnight, Roberto became the talk of the town. Architects offered him jobs, book publishers wanted his story, ladybugs sent him love letters, and his bug buddies threw him a big bash. At the height of the party, the mayor unveiled a statue of Roberto to be placed in the city park. Look at everyone celebrating, Roberto. So excited. Oh, and there he is, drawing up some more blueprints. Roberto built his dream. He opened his own company and became the most famous architect in the insect world. Students studied him in school. Some of his houses even became museums. Wingfly Museum. But best of all, when little termites play with their food, now their parents say, "Be creative, maybe someday you'll grow up to be just like Roberto." Wow. Oh, we can focus in on here. Can you see that? It says, "Extra, Roberto builds first house on Mars." Just like his dream. Oh, here's some other things he probably built or designed. All right, friends. That's our story today of Roberto, the insect architect. I really enjoyed this one, and I love that he followed his dream and was creative and became a creative problem solver for all his friends and in the neighborhood. I'm so glad you can join us today, because every time when we read together and share stories and talk about what we've read, we become deeper, stronger thinkers. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.